Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday, just having a lazy day here today at home. I mean, been on lockdown, so it's not much of a difference, but it's just, I don't know, today was just like a really nice, like windy-ish day. It was just like a light breeze, but there was like sun and then there was clouds and it would get gloomy. I don't know, it was just really nice and peaceful. And also my husband wasn't here today, so maybe that has a little to do with it. I don't know, just saying. Okay, just kidding. But yeah, he's actually not here today. He's working. He's usually home Sundays unless he's like on a training or something, but today it's just me and the girls, and I'm going to vlog and show you how I make my lasagna recipe. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to show you guys how I make lasagna. So it's not like a super complicated recipe. I think it's pretty easy. This is my first, I think it's my first or second, maybe my first. It's my first lasagna made in Italy. Yeah. So, and also I don't know if this is really the way that Italians traditionally make their lasagna, but this is just my recipe. It's just fun to say that I'm making my lasagna in Italy. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not already, because I have a lot more videos coming up and I wouldn't want you to miss them if you're interested. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get the meat cooked, and I use ground beef, and I'm going to chop some garlic and some onion, and that's what I start off, saute that, and then I put the meat to cook. I also forgot to mention that I have some water boiling right there. I'm getting that water boiled so that I can throw my lasagna pasta in there, because the water takes a while to boil, so it's good to get started early. For all my Hispanic people, I'm sure you probably have heard that if your eyes tear up when you cut onion, it's because you're a jealous person, which is totally, I don't think it's true. But I actually didn't know about this till like in my adult life a couple years ago. I think my mother-in-law told me that that's why I was crying. I was like, girl, please. Definitely not the jealous type. So here I have my pan that is warming up. I'm going to add some olive oil. And then I have the water heating up over here to throw the pasta in. So I'm going to attempt to do this with one hand since my other one is on the camera. So good. So the girls called me over for a snack, and I had left this unattended, so it got a little burnt a little bit, but it should be fine. Throw in the garlic. Saute, saute, saute. So I'm tossing in the ground beef now. I'm gonna make about that much. So I'm going to add the seasonings now. We're gonna do garlic, onion powder, black pepper, salt, and a little bit of basil. So we're going to just let that sit and cook. Now we're going to boil this lasagna pasta. Once it's fully browned, I like to tilt it and collect some of the fat that drains off. So now that our beef is fully cooked, we're going to put some sauce in there. I didn't make my sauce. I've actually never made my own sauce. I do want to try making it though, because it doesn't seem hard at all. But today we're going to just be using regular jarred sauce. I have 2 different ones, so I might put both if I need to, or at least 1.5. So I'm gonna pour the first jar. I'm going to add a little bit of the second jar. So that looks about good. I'm going to let the meat simmer in the sauce for a few minutes while we wait for the pasta to finish cooking, and then I'm going to set up the other stuff. So I just started our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to start getting the cheeses ready to pile it all up together. So we have ricotta. This is like true Italian ricotta. Doesn't really have much flavor. So this is, how much is this? I usually use like 8 ounces of ricotta, so I'm not sure if this adds up to 8 ounces. Oh, it's 300 grams. I'm not sure how that converts, but it looks about right. So I'm going to toss this all into a bowl. Oh, this is cool. There's like a drainage thing for the cheese. So okay, that's good. It's getting hot in my kitchen. Okay, so I have the ricotta cheese in here, and then I'm going to add some salt, some pepper. Usually fresh parsley goes well in this, but I'm just going to add a different seasoning, which is just basil. So if you have fresh parsley, I recommend you use that instead. And a fresh egg. So now I'm going to just mix this all up. Okay, so I changed the angle again because I didn't think that you guys could see well enough, but here we go. We're just mixing up the ricotta. So there's my ricotta cheese. I'm gonna toss this. I have fresh parmesan. Parmigiano Reggiano. I hope I said it right. And then I have mozzarella cheese. It's not very common to find like shredded cheese out here in the Italian grocery stores, at least from what I have seen. So I just bought this kind of cheese. Their other option was like fresh mozzarella, which was also kind of in water like the ricotta was. But it was in very small portions, and so I just decided to go with this mozzarella. Smells good. I'm just gonna try to shred this little skinny slice. Shredding this. Okay, so here are all my stuff. Here's I drained the pasta and I rinsed it with cold running water. So the first step is add a layer of your meat sauce to the bottom of your pan. I'm running on low battery again, so I'm trying to do this quickly. I'm gonna start piling up our pasta. So I'm going to put 1 layer here. And just fill up the whole bottom row. Next step is grab some of ricotta and just spread a thin layer across each pasta. Next step is we're going to add sauce again. So the first layer of sauce is just to like not get like the pasta to stick to the bottom of the pan. But then once you actually start piling up your layers, you start with ricotta first and then meat sauce. Okay. To add some mozzarella cheese. So I don't like to add any veggies to my lasagna because I don't like mushrooms much, and I don't feel like adding spinach to it, especially because the girls don't really like it in their pasta. So what I do is to substitute for that, I just have a salad on the side. I would much rather have a salad on the side, so that's how we add our veggies to this. And then just sprinkle some Parmesan. It's pretty easy and pretty simple, in my opinion. So we're going to now add a next layer of pasta. So the last step is just to top it all off with some mozzarella and Parmesan. That's pretty much it. Super simple recipe. Okay guys, so I ended up putting the pasta in. So you're supposed to cover it with foil or a lid if you have a container that fits the right size lid. And I didn't realize that I was out of foil, but it's okay because I read that you can actually use parchment paper instead. Just close it very tightly and it should come out pretty decent, and it seems good so far. So you're supposed to put it in the oven for 25 minutes covered, and then uncover it for 25 more minutes, and then you can take it out of the oven and let it sit for like 10 to 15 minutes because you want everything to settle and solidify a little bit, because all the juices kind of run around when it's super hot, and then you don't want it to be like super messy when you cut it. So it's a good idea to let it sit for a few minutes to cool down a little bit, and then you can cut it. So while that is finishing up, I already uncovered it. I am going to make some garlic bread. I already have a loaf of bread. I'm just going to add the topping to it. I'll just show you guys how I do that right now. There's my loaf of bread, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's just me and the girls. I think for now this should be good enough. A little bit less than half. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it the long way. What I did is I melted some butter and I chopped up some garlic and I threw that in there. And all we're gonna do is, with the brush, we simply brush it on. I'll do it.
Hi guys, we're making fun.
Another way you can do it is, if you don't want to use fresh garlic, you can also just sprinkle some powdered garlic, dried garlic over this, which was what I was going to do, but I thought it might taste better this way. I need to put it for about like 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. So here we have the finished product. I just took it out of the oven. It's still super bubbly, as you can tell, so we're gonna let it cool down and then we're gonna cut into it. Okay guys, so I just cut the pasta and I served myself. I just wanted to serve myself first, just to show you guys before I sit with the girls and serve their plate. So I did notice that the pasta seemed thinner than usual, so I'm not sure if I missed the layer. I think maybe I could have just stacked it more meat sauce into it, but to make it higher up, because usually I know that my pasta it's pretty thick, but it's okay because it actually works out better because it's easier for the girls to eat. But yeah, here it is. So there's the pasta. I mean, like I said, it's pretty simple. I don't think it's too complicated, and this is just the way I like it. Excuse my timer. The garlic bread is delicious. I think you can tell I took a little bite there already. Here are my greens on the side, and of course my Pinot Grigio, something like that. So yes, this is it. It is smelling so delicious. We will show you our first bite in a second. Juliet's first bite. What do you think?
Good. Super good.
Oh, she has a bunch of food coloring on her hands because they were trying a little recipe. They were making slime. You girls were making slime, huh? I love you. You have your little wine on the side? We always pretend it's wine, but it's actually water, huh? You're so
Mommy has real wine.
Yes, Mommy does have real wine.
Oh, that's why I'm so thirsty.
How is it? I can cut it for you, so it's... Is it good?
Yeah, it's super good.
Yay. So here's my first bite. Mmm. Now for a sip of wine.
It's a fan.
Perfecto. Ciao. Just kidding. So there you have it. There was my lasagna recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm not a professional cook or anything, but this is just what I make for my family. And just in case there's someone out there who wants to make lasagna,
Make sure
and doesn't want to because it's too, like, they think it's too hard. It's just a long process to prepare the steps. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys all again soon. Bye.